All I ever had was a dream. Let's talk about it. Young rapper, big dream, little apartment. A hyena, eat a beat straight to the carcass. All I need is one mic, I'm on my nines. Bend down, stay down, out the garage with it. Turn nothing into something, made a collage with it. Audacious, pop up, I'm moving confident. True statement, 4 words, ain't nothing stopping this. Rhyme spitter, young critter, get your binoculars. Up and coming, this ain't pop, I'm not popular. Breath of fresh air, I spray like I'm Banaka. Sanitize, stay in the cut like I'm a doctor. Hammer time, can't you hear this verse popping, locking? Put it simply, I got the juice like I'm Cochran. Minute Maid, critter put this juice in a carton. A dime and a nickel, turn this bargain into margins. My mind racing, got potential, God forbid that I ever waste it. Overthinking, silent killer, don't die waiting. God knows it's harder to grow, procrastinating. Got so much love for this game, it's annihilating. I ain't even rapping no more, these conversations. Get it off the muscle, don't matter how much the weight is. Gotta get some hustle, cause talent don't always make it. Even if it's late, don't matter because I paid it. Even if you hate, don't matter because you played it. I remember teachers saying I wouldn't make it. Now they in the bleachers at every graduation. Different stages. Gradually we elevating, motivation, hard work and dedication, life lessons, ain't no better education, no half-stepping, I'm betting on me like it's waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
Round 1, Eastern Conference, the NBA playoffs. The Golden State Warriors are looking to prove their bid has substance, that they are not simply chasing an illusion. Will they bring enough to steal a Game 1 road win tonight against the Celtics? Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
It's time to kick off the postseason. Round 1, Game 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs. And you can just feel the energy here tonight. Our game tonight featuring the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Boston Celtics here in Boston. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And one injury for them, they're still pretty close to full strength.
Missing a valued contributor. That can be a challenge. Now, we'll see how they overcome it.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Curry and Pod. They come to backcourt. Butler out there with Gary Payton second. And it's Green in at the 5. And for the Celtics, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the center position, locking down the middle.
Well, this is what you love to see. Porzingis attack the rim.
You take a look at the Celtics. They had a great season and are expected to control their destiny in this series.
I'll tell you what, it'd be a shock if they didn't run through this series. With that said, we know anything can happen in the postseason.
Here's Holiday. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Tatum from long range. Here's Porzingis. The Warriors pull it in.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
With the floater, it's deflected.
Well, Holiday is a phenomenal defender. A point guard who can block your shot if you're not good.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Curry looking it over. Here's the teardrop. Got a piece of it.
How about the defense from Holiday? Reading the play and using his defensive instincts to swat it back.
Tatum, shot is good.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla, and no surprise, Steph Curry was the topic of conversation. on how they'll defend Steph, Coach laughed. Is there a way? I mean, this guy is not just a shooter. Steph's ball handling, his passing, it's what makes him an all-time great. It's always a pleasure to watch Steph Curry, and we get another chance to tonight. Guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Holiday against Curry. Over Holiday, and he buries that one. Back rim and in. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Holiday from long range. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Outside to Jemski. Passes to Green. Just 4 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Shoots over White. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got his third basket of the night.
If you're looking to become a catch-and-shoot expert, Curry is the player to study. He's a master.
Green against Porzingis. From down in the low post, it goes. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Let's hear it for him.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Now here's Curry. He has 6. That's his 4th miss in 7 shots.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
To the paint. White can't hit. Warriors trail by 5. Outside Curry. Good work defensively by Holiday.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, I have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And the Warriors with possession here. The Celtics making their last shot.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Inside, here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Now we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Curry against Holiday. And the basket by Curry.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
Outside Porzingis. White for 3. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Curry against Holiday. And the shot goes. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
And here's Brown for 3. Pajemski grabs the board. Warriors trail by 8. Outside Curry. Up in time. Whoa! He just got it off in time.
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston, impacting the game in a number of ways. The man is relentless. We'll be back in a moment. And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
And so it's Golden State with it. It's a 5-point game. It's Tatum at the 4 with Horford at the 5. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Shireman in a 2-guard. That's the Boston 5.
Yeah, another day, another virtuoso performance from Curry. It never ends.
Here's Pritchard. To the middle. And the basket by Shireman.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Outside Curry. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Yeah, fearless play from Curry inside. Going up against tough defense and getting fouled while shooting.
It's his first trip to the line.
Curry taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for Curry.
And Curry's focus at this point in his career is clear: to keep winning championships.
Cornette's checked in for Boston. No good on the second free throw. Boston leading by 3. Here's Hauser. The three-pointer off the mark.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And here's Curry for 3. Horford pulls it in. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Hauser, that's good. Hauser's got his first points of the night.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. And here's Curry. He's got 17.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
To the inside, here's Cornette. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Well, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Now here's Curry. Oh, a strong finish from Curry.
And I'll tell you, we see Curry working on his balance all the time. Well, I'll tell you what, it paid off on that challenging play.
Pass to Horford. Lets the 3 fly. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Horford's got his first 3 points of the game.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Curry splashes it in.
Well, that's his third three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second, so he might be heating up.
Here's Pritchard. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Warriors trail by 5. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to Moody. Over Tatum. Moody gets one inside.
With all eyes on Steph when he has the ball. His teammates find openings, and he finds them.
Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Curry. Kept alive.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Second chance shot. Pritchard gets it to go. Pritchard's got his first points of the game.
I love his tenacity. Extra possessions, second chance points. That's winning basketball.
Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan.
Boston, let's get on for Celtics Entertainment.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Cornette. Brown comes in for Jason Tatum. Derek White's checked in for Hauser. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. And out of bounds, the Warriors will take it. Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
Boston ball.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Butler on the wing. Pass to Pajimski from the arc. Boston pulls it in. They've led by as much as 10. Outside Holiday. Down low. And Horford powers it home.
Horford really looking like an ageless wonder throwing it down.
Now here's Pajemski. He's covered by Holiday. From the high post. Outside for Butler. Here's Pajemski. And again, no good by Golden State. Boston leading by 5. White with it. Payton covering. The 11-footer. Inside. White gets it to go.
What a confident attack by White. Finding his shot on the move.
Pajemski with it. No points so far. From downtown. It's hauled in by White.
Yeah, look, if I'm his coach, I'm going to get him involved in another way. Set a screen, get an assist, something to reset his mind a little bit.
Now here's Moody, guarded closely. Good work defensively by White. And White finishes off the break. Well done.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Head coach Steve Kerr here with us now. Coach, what do you want to see from this team in the second half?
Well, we got to make some stops and get a little traction in this game. I mean, we fell behind right away, and so let's make a push the first 4 or 5 minutes, get back in the game.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Hello, everyone. First game of the series, off to a good start for the Boston Celtics.
Hey, these guys are a bunch of artists, man. You know why? They live for the paint.
Oh, that joke was weak, but their play style is Diesel approved.
I wouldn't say the joke was weak, it just needed a capper. Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after game one, it's all about how you cover up those weaknesses. Force your opponent to shake up their approach, man.
Yeah, moves and counter moves. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining 2K Sports and our coverage of this first round. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Warriors trail by 9. On the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Pons make up the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Payton in at the small forward position. Deflected!
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Oh, it's blocked by Green.
Such a strong defender. This team appreciates when Green gets up to swat him away.
Shot is good by Curry.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And here's Brown for 3. Big hit from outside. Jaylen Brown.
Brown does a nice job of staying ready and making himself a weapon off the ball.
Up top, Curry. He's covered by Holiday. Curry's shot is off. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Celtics. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. The Warriors have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. From 13. That one a little long.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Butler finds Curry. And Curry with the take. And it's in there. Curry's got 28 points for the game.
Not just a lights-out shooter, Curry is also exceptional on the drive.
Now Holiday, still without a bucket. On the wing, Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston's own Celtics Entertainment.
Warriors trail by 10. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Curry's shot is off.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
It's Brown on the wing. Offline with a 3. Golden State has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game or a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out. and his shot just hasn't been there in this one. Luckily, his team has been able to make up the difference.
Here's Curry. A shot, no good. Nice D from Tatum. Boston leading by 8. White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
And when it comes to the three, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Throws it up, hop, off the lob. Jason Tatum.
Yeah, nice lob there, and what a leap by Tatum. You just have to admire that kind.
Outside Curry, over Holiday. Curry's shot is off. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Pass to White. Here's Brown. Outside White. The putback. Porzingis puts it right back.
Well, this is the dirty work you love to see Porzingis doing. Saving the play and getting them a bucket.
Curry against Holiday to stop the run. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. It's an even 3-on-3 break. It's intercepted. Here's Curry. 30 points in the game. Shoots over Brown. Offensive rebound. Pass to Pajimski. Here's Curry. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Cunning drive by White. He saw a hole and took advantage.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Holiday against Curry. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
He's scoring the rock at will, but he needs more help from his teammates.
He's made one and missed one so far at the line. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cornette's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Al Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Drew Holiday. Here's Pritchard. And the layup falls. And the Celtics lead by 16.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
On the attack, Curry. Oh, Curry flexing his muscle right there.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
Brown inside. And Brown with the stuff.
Did you see that? That was one of the best moves I've ever seen.
Picture perfect execution. He was focused and refused to be denied. And so it's Boston in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
We got to get the first domino to fall, and then it's both.
Thanks for joining us again for round 1 of the NBA playoffs. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. Tatum and Horford, the duo at forward. Then there's Luke Cornette. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Hauser in at the shooting guard. That's the Boston 5. Curry, that's good. Curry's got 13 in the second half.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Celtics lead by 14. Here's Pritchard. Hauled in by Curry. Well, the Warriors shooting about 41%. The 15-footer. And there's another one for the Warriors.
Using the mid-range area of the floor, Curry, an offensive mastermind.
Now here's Tatum. The rebound by Moody. Warriors trail by 12. Shoots from the baseline. Misses off the right iron. The Celtics have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Oh, Tatum with a throwdown.
Well, look, you're talking about one of the more dynamic scorers in this league. Jason Tatum putting on a show.
And that one's good. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
Even if this game doesn't go their way, he has to be proud of his performance tonight.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. There's Tatum with the three. JT for 3.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
All right, fans, it's stand time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Cornette. Jaylen Brown comes in for Horford. White, he's checked in for Hauser. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He asked his team to take in the moment, saying, this is what it's all about, guys. This is why we work so hard and why we love this game. Embrace it. Back to you guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
I love their work on the glass. They hold a nice rebounding advantage.
The 3 from Curry. Nails it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 44.
Well, that's his 4th triple for the game now. Just his 1st in the second half.
Oh, look out. JB throwing it down.
What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
Here's Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Green's got his first basket.
Impressive. I mean, challenging at the rim against length. Just have to love the aggressiveness.
Yeah, showing absolutely zero fear as he goes right at the big defender.
And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Well, Brown is always looking to score, but he's far from a selfish player, and he will move the ball, too.
Curry against Holiday. Shot from the top of the key. Again, Golden State. A minute 50 left to play in the fourth quarter. Celtics lead by 12. And here's Brown for 3. Not going to go that time. The Warriors have gone 7 of 8 in this fourth quarter. Brown against Curry. Shoots over Brown. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Curry's got 48.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
Holiday passes to White. Back to Holiday. Soft touch off the glass.
Finishing strong inside. Holiday doesn't want to waste a quality look.
Curry against Holiday. And again it's Stephen Curry. Curry's got 50 points. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter here.
And capturing the series momentum up front, this is a monster Game 1 win for the Celtics.
They look to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And they have to be pleased with how they got this series started tonight. A nice 1-0 lead.
The key now is to carry this same energy forward and get that second win. These are the playoffs, so you can't afford to relax or think you've got the series in the bag.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jason Tatum.
And I love how active he was on the glass. Not afraid to get physical and do whatever he could do to grab boards.
And he comes up with a bucket.
A shoot-first guard to add to his resume.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And the Celtics in possession here. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for your Celtics, Jaylen Brown at the line.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
Yeah, and it basically all comes down to this. If they come away empty here, this one's pretty much over.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
At the line for 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Golden State. 19 seconds left in the game. All right, guys, what's your take?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for 2, Derek White.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game. Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. They're down by 8. All right, guys, what's your take?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
Well, I've been in this spot more times than I'd like to admit. All you can do is tell your guys to hold their heads up and finish strong.
Boston with the W. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thank you. I'm here with Jason Tatum. And Jason, congratulations on the win. What did you like about this team's performance tonight?
Our toughness.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during the first round of the Eastern Conference.
A playoff.
Round 1 of the East rolls. And it's tough enough to win this league when you're at full strength. Missing one of your stars. For an extended time makes it even harder.
It's tough enough to win this league when you're at full strength. Missing a cornerstone player makes it that much harder.
Now Golden State's starting 5. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Green, and it's Payton in at the 3 slot. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Curry, good. Taking a look at Boston. Well, they notched a big win in the series opener, trying to avoid a letdown here tonight. Greg, what do they need to do to maintain their momentum?
You know, Kev, first, I think they need to weather that early start. They're going to face a desperate opponent. But once the game settles in, it's about playing smart and playing with energy. You're the favorite for a reason. Go out and show the world what you're made of.
Well, if they could only hear that from you, that would guide them. That's a great piece of advice.
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim.
Three-pointer, Butler. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. White, he's looking for Horford and finds him. Outside Holiday. And finished off by Horford.
You love how Horford fights for the play. He earns that follow-up shot.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. To halt the run, the kick outside to Butler. Pass to Green. He gets it in there.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
He's not going to back down from anyone. Got to commend the fearless attitude right there.
Holiday, the pass to White. Back to Holiday. Wide open. He fired. From outside, off the mark. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Curry. And he makes good on the layup. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Not just a jump shooter. Curry is so creative at figuring out little ways to score inside.
Brown outside. Outside, Horford. Good on the triple. Horford's got 5 points so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And it's White missing.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And a little help that time, but it drops. That's 7 points for Stephen Curry.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
A 15-footer. And it's Brown missing.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Over Holiday, it's Curry. That time on the assist by Butler. He's got 9.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
To Porzingis, fires for 3. They get it back. And the dunk by Brown.
Using his athleticism on the boards, got to put a body on Brown or this will happen.
Curry outside. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And some changes here for the Celtics. Hauser's checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday. Different look here for the Warriors. Here's Pritchard. Porzingis on the foul.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Post gets it to go.
Yeah, and all eyes were on Butler, but he has the vision to find the open man.
Pritchard passes to Porzingis. Brown feeling out a bit. Brown jams it in.
Come on, Jalen, that's just ridiculous.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Butler. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
He's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Here's Hauser. Back to Brown. Over Moody. And it's Brown missing.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want. It just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Shot's good by Butler.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
Brown with it. He has 6. Launches it. Hands it from downtown. Brown's got 9. Butler way outside. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the... And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
The guards are Pritchard and White. And it's Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the small forward. That's the Boston 5.
And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Curry. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You never want to foul Curry. He's pretty much the best free throw shooter ever.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Stephen Curry at the line for 2.
Free throw good by Curry.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
Drew Holiday is checked in for Torrey Craig.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now White fires the 3. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to White. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Holiday dishes to White. 3-pointer. Warriors with the rebound. They come into this game after losing on Saturday.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Yeah, they weren't doing themselves any favors missing all those free throws. You could sense the frustration mounting as the game went on.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Austin making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in. Draymond Green is checked in for the Warriors. Pajemski's coming in for Hield. And it's White missing.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly. And that hasn't happened.
That bucket in no time at all.
Assisted.
Moody's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors. Here's Holiday. They need this. And it's White missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Moody's shot is off. And so it's Holiday with it. They'll bring it up with the Celtics. White wide open. He fires. Hits the 3-point bomb. White's got 6 points.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
The inside game of Stephen Curry.
Just a wizard with the ball. Look, Curry's creativity is just incredible.
Here's Pritchard. No good from outside. Outside Curry. And the Warriors tap on 2 more.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Celtics trail by 9. Pass to Hauser. From outside the arc. The Warriors pull it in.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had for 3.
Curry against Holiday. And that one hits back iron. The Celtics shooting not great. 40% for the game. Down low. And the basket by Hauser. Hauser's got his first points in this one.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. For the Celtics. Brown comes in for Derek White. And then for Golden State, Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Gary Payton comes in for Moses Moody. And it's Buddy Hield in for Curry. Wasted no time on that one. And the Warriors lead by 10.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. The shot by Holiday, no good. Warriors have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Podziemski. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Here's Brown. Here's Porzingis. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
The height of Porzingis gives him an edge on that offensive glass, and he uses it.
Here's Podziemski. And he gets the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Brown the pass to Cornette. Here's Pritchard. It's good from long range. Pritchard's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Hard earned by Butler.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight cover.
Brown, no good. Warriors leading by 9.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Podziemski with it. Shot on the wing. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Offense is clicking right now. They're playing high-quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
That being said, Shaq, you can't get complacent. Got to keep stepping on that gas pedal.
Looking at how the Celtics are doing in this series, they were able to hold serve in Game 1, but they'll need that same effort. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. Here's Curry. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Payton in at the small forward spot. Celtics trail by 9. Holiday finds White. Offline with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Curry shot is off.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Plays mature and under control. Holiday doesn't need the flashing plays. He's very comfortable with that mid-range.
And he comes up with the deuce.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Horford has a wide open look. Here's Porzingis. Draymond Green pulls it in.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Here's Curry. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Curry's got the lead up to 11 now for the Warriors. Now here is Holiday. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
There's Brown with the 3. Offensive rebound. The tray. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Holiday against Curry. Pass to Payton. Fires the 3. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Payton. Curry's got 30 points.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Holiday dishes to Horford. Brown kicks to Holiday. Brown inside. Curry meets him. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Brown.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Curry with the bounce pass. Over Holiday. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Outside, White. Brown kicks to Holiday. Shoots the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Butler's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Curry on the wing. Oh, good with the triple. Celtics trail by 11. White looking around. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Porzingis has got 7 points.
So that range we talk about from Porzingis, so important to this team's offensive structure.
Up top, Curry, guarded by Holiday. Curry shot is off. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. That's to Porzingis. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. They've led by as many as 11 points. Butler finds Green on its way from Curry for 2. No good off the front iron. The Celtics have gone somewhat so far 4-10 on those shots in the second half so far.
You know that has to get the team going. Holiday's teammates love when he goes up strong.
Curry against Holiday. The 10-footer. Acrobatic finish from Curry inside.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Pass to Horford. Launches a 3. Gets a hand on it. Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got 5 points in the quarter.
And look at it. A significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night. Celtics trail by 8. Outside, White. Brown outside. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 17.
He knocked one deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
Here's Curry. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Celtics have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. The kick out to Brown. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
No one near Payton as he lets it go. A 3-pointer, no good. From the arc. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Keep everything sharp. Keep the cuts hard. Cutting through contact. Passes sharp. And the ball's going to fall for us. We can't give up the easy ones down here, right?
I can tell that he wants his team to be precise with their decision-making.
Kevin, he's aware of just how special they are when they play smart and play together.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round one. They've got Porzingis, and it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. That's the Boston 5. Curry to the rim. Count that one. Curry's got 15 points here in the second half.
Got the defender on his heels right there, and Curry capitalized. What a finish.
Pass to Pritchard. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Hauser misses. Warriors leading by 5. They kick out to Hield. Here's Curry. The rebound by Holiday. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And that one drops. Pritchard's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, Holiday puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Often it's with his scoring, but right there, making a play for someone else.
Al Horford's checked in for the Celtics. And Golden State also making a change. Podziemski's checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. He told them this is what it's all about, proving we're the better team in a tough situation. But you got to want it. Coach told his guys they have what it takes to win here. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. On its way from Curry for 2. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Curry's got 40 points.
Ooh, he's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
Here's Pritchard. Offensive rebound. 3-pointer, Horford. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 6 assists here tonight. Here's Curry with the drive. Ooh, taking the hit. Steph Curry.
This is the strongest that I've seen Steph. He's definitely added muscle over the years, and it's paid off.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now.
And put your hands together for Celtics Entertainment. Attention fans, now on the court is your hot squad.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. Derek White comes in for Pritchard.
Derek White.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Off target from 3-point range. The Warriors lead it. And here is Curry. Over Holiday. And again, Stephen Curry. Curry's got 44.
There is no moment that is too big for Steph Curry.
On the wing, Holiday. Boston again missing.
And they had some boxed coverage that turned into no coverage.
Curry's shot is off. For Boston, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 1 of 9, and finished off by Brown.
There you go, JB. I love his confidence. One of his strongest traits.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Here's Curry. Excellent D there from Holiday. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. They trail by 1. They get the rebound. Horford finds Brown. No good on the triple. Golden State's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills, Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants.
And that one misses.
And some consider Curry to be the greatest shooter of all time. And by some, I mean all. And he is capable of getting hot in a hurry.
That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just one on the basket from Kristaps Porzingis.
How about that poise from Porzingis here in the crunch?
Here's Curry. It's good. Curry's got 48.
When it is crunch time and you've got Stephen Wardell Curry, the game plan is simple. Get him the ball.
58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Porzingis with the ball. Now Green defending. Money!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
And let's be honest, guys, rebounding is about want, and he is playing with 110% effort. The emergence of Brown as a #1 scoring option has been so much fun to watch. He has earned a lot of trust from his coaching staff.
The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
Got it.
In the clutch, Brown is someone you rely on, and he knows how to find his team points in a hurry.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Pretty much, they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
And got it. Another basket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yeah, he is putting on a show. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
We've got 13 seconds left in the game. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
At the line for 2 shots.
And he is unable to get the second one. Here's Curry. Hits it again. Wow.
Curry. And he's up.
Yeah, making the GA look all too easy right now. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Outside Holiday. Right between the eyes. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. And now, let's check it. Much appreciated, David. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. So for our report...
The first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Golden State Warriors
We are set for Game 3 in this Eastern Conference Round 1 contest. It's been a lot. You look at the Warriors. This is a must-win game for them after they were unable to steal either of the first. Horford at the 4 with Porzingis at the 5. And it's Holiday in at the 1.
Well, he's pretty smooth. And Al Horford gets that opportunity. That's a nice, quick catch and shoot.
Got it.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
Outside White. Back to Holiday. To the paint. And the jam by Brown.
Oh, a huge slam from Brown. I like when he doesn't settle for a layup there.
Here's Curry. Good on the bucket. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Pass to Brown. Inside. Here's White. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Here's Curry. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Curry's got 6.
Well, any shot seems to be a high percentage shot for one Steph Curry, especially from that area on the floor.
Right side Brown. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Green.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Fires it. Curry, no good.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Outside White. Back to Holiday. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Curry looking it over. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Celtics have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's White. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. White's got his second basket.
And we've watched Brown evolve his game. Playmaking has been at the forefront of his development.
Pritchard's checked in for Boston. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Golden State. They trail by 3. There's the drive. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Green, the pass to Curry. He nails it, and we're tied. 9 points in the game.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Pass to Horford. Outside, Brown. Yes! Great play by Horford to set him up.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Shot is good by Curry.
Yeah, sometimes, and it's most of the time, there's nothing you can do. Steph is just too premier of a talent. Doesn't get rattled that time down in the post.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. It's Podziemski on the wing. Shoots over White. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Pritchard, pass to Brown. White, powered down after the assist, led him to the lane.
He's really become a better all-around player. Brown's passing continues to evolve. Nice find.
Curry, no good. Boston leading by 3. Three-pointer. Podziemski grabs the board. The Warriors have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Curry, no good. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. White for 3. No, he's made 3, missed 2 now. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Curry. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Curry's got 13.
An offense unto himself. Steph Curry just warping the defense.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Brown scanning the floor. Spins from the stripe. And he nails the jumper. He's got 9.
Taking people to school with moves like that.
Now here's Curry. It's been all about Jaylen Brown for Boston. He gave his all to help his team in that quarter. Back after this. Welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Boston.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. There's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Pritchard and White at the 1 and the 2. Luke Cornett out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. Here's Cornett. And the 3 off target. The Warriors trailing. Here's Curry. Again, the Warriors score.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Here's Pritchard. No made baskets yet. Outside White. From deep. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
That's tremendous balance. Steph's ability to keep his composure in that tough situation, work in a tight space, that's impressive.
Celtics trail by 3. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski comes in for Hield. Porzingis is checked in for Boston. Drew Holiday comes in for Pritchard. Here's Holiday. Lots of room. Again, the miss by Boston.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Here's Curry. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Curry's got 8 here in this quarter.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
White pass to Holiday. Cornett at the post. Green covering. Cornett can't hit.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor. Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Celtics trail by 7. Holiday with the ball. Still no points. They kick it out to Porzingis. They need this. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And they are really struggling to stop this run.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection. Defense shaking their heads, no idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Timeout, timeout.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Boston with some changes. Jaylen Brown comes in for Cornett. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. A nice shot by Brown.
A dangerous shooter from all areas. Brown's eyes get real big when he shoots these corner threes.
Here's Curry. Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactics.
Oh, nice shot by Brown.
When Brown gets the ball this close in, he knows he can finish. Just a matter of execution.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And some changes here for the Warriors. Butler's checked in for Kuminga. Payton comes in for Moody. And it's Buddy Hield in for Curry. Outside Podziemski. Fires for three. And the three-pointer goes. Podziemski's got 5 points.
Well, heady plays like that are what Jimmy Butler is all about. He knows where the defense is.
Outside Holiday. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Golden State. They're on a 17-5 run. Ooh, it's stolen away. Pass to Pritchard. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
1:03 left in the half. Here's Pritchard. Fires the three. Rebounded by Green.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Now Podziemski. Just 5 on the clock. Launches it from deep. Can't get it. Now 3 of 4. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. It's a 10-point game.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Pritchard. Puts up a three. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
And the triple tightens this game up going into the break. Should be an exciting second half.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Warriors ahead. They're up by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for Golden State.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have. Calculated degrees, very consistent approach, man. I'm telling you, man, just like you.
Yeah, you can't speed them up or slow them down.
Looking at the series breakdown for the Warriors. They find themselves down 2-0. Could be looking at a tough path forward. Shaq, is panic part of the vocabulary?
Normally, you don't say panic in situations like these, but right now, these guys need to smash that panic button, do something different.
I don't think they could take the same approach and win this series. Adjustments are needed for them to get back in it.
Just like adjustments are needed here in the studio, but that's a story for another day. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Great to have you with us again as we return to our coverage of round 1. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Curry and Pons make up the backcourt. Jimmy Butler out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Green in at the 5. That's the Warriors 5.
Smart shot selection from Curry, just finding a gap in the defense.
To the middle. Here's Holiday, and Holiday powers it home.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow. He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Brown passes to Holiday. Oh, it's blocked by Green.
I like the extension there from Draymond Green, reaching out and timing that one.
Clock at 6. Brown can't hit.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Excellent execution coming out on the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Well, I hope this one is not to draw up a play, but to think about how they're going to defend that man. He's putting up some major numbers.
All right, fans, it's game time. Get up and get moving like everyone watching. You're on beat. Let's see those moves.
If you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Pass to Porzingis. Horford outside. The 3 ball. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Podziemski's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Curry, no good.
Their first miss after hitting 3 straight shots. But I like their aggressiveness coming out of the half.
Here's Porzingis. Porzingis punishing inside.
And Porzingis has that kind of touch at 7'3". He can hurt you in there.
Butler finds Curry. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
From year to year, Holiday is a little inconsistent from 3, but the defense has to respect his shot.
And some very quick points for him on that possession. Curry's got 10 points in just the second half. Celtics trail by 8. Brown passes to Porzingis. And here's Holiday. No good on the triple. The Warriors have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Sinks the tray.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
Down low. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 5 rebounds in the game. The Warriors lead by 11. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Shot is good by Curry.
Go ahead and frame that. That's Steph Curry, our best to ever do it. It's art.
Horford outside. Back to Holiday. Shot to stop the run. And it's good on the lay-in. Holiday's got his third bucket of the night.
Maybe he's playing better during winning time. Silent in the first half, but since then he has taken over.
And it's Green missing. And Brown has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Down by 12. For three, Porzingis. That shot is off. Golden State has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Offensive board. Outside Podziemski. Launches a three. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Podziemski's got 11.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Brown. Good D by Payton. The Warriors lead by 15. Here's Curry. No good on the shot. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday. On the wing, Holiday. Uncovered. The rebound by Payton.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Outside Curry. Shoots over White. Curry's shot is off. Celtics trail by 15. Here's Brown. Outside Holiday. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
I don't know who's going to get up for that as Porzingis skies for the dunk.
Here's Curry. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead, building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. We'll be right back after this word. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round one game continues. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Drew Holiday. Then there's Luke Cornett. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position.
He's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Curry. Fires at the elbow. Pritchard gets it to go.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Now here's Curry. He's covered closely. Banked it in off the glass. Curry's got 50 points.
What else can you say about Steph Curry? Simply one of the greatest shooters we've ever seen.
Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Curry. Buries it from 3. Pritchard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Here's Curry. And yes, another basket.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Here's Pritchard. That three's off the mark.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
The Warriors lead by 17. Outside Curry. Here's the 3. They get it again. Here's Moody. sinks that one from the post.
And when you're the ones trying to fight your way back into the game, you simply cannot allow second chances.
Yeah, those are tough. You get back into the game by working harder than the other team, not the other way around. They're just going to extend this lead.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Cornette. Brown comes in for Hauser. And it's White in for Pritchard. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. And here's White. Pass to Brown. This one for three. Podziemski grabs the board. Podziemski's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
The three from Curry. Celtics trail by 19. Outside Holiday. Here's White. Out to Horford from behind the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Payton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Curry. Shoots over Brown. Again, Golden State.
That's a high percentage shot from Steph Curry. Just put that on repeat.
Here's Holiday. Again, the miss by Boston.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Here's Curry. It's wide right, hits off the rim. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Boston. A shot by Holiday, no good.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And it's blocked by Butler.
And Butler, really, he's a two-way terror. I mean, that's the only way to say it, sending that one back.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Yeah, this is the elevated energy level you expect in the postseason. Chasing down blocks and making an impact.
And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors. Boston with the ball. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Hauser. Sends it home from three-point land.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to post. Tries it from 19. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Warriors lead by 20.
And that'll wrap up Game 3. Now we'll look ahead towards an important Game 4 for the Warriors.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And they needed this win badly if they wanted to make it a series. And now it will be.
It's got to be a great feeling to get this W. They didn't want to put themselves even further in a hole than they already were.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Stephen Curry.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Here's Spencer. Moody on the wing. Pass to post. Outside heel. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Pritchard gets it to go.
Three-pointer.
They put together a solid lead.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to back off.
Pulls it from the corner. And it comes off the front of the rim. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hauser. And again, Boston with the triple. "24 seconds left in the final quarter. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Pritchard gets it to go. Boy, they're in a rough patch right now.
Yeah, momentum is definitely not on their side.
So Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. Things were looking scary for them coming into tonight, but with this win, they're right back in it.
They showed a lot of character and a lot of heart. Many experts had written them off, but now we've got a series.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Steph, I know it's still early, but how do you evaluate this team and its ability to go the distance?
In terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase another championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
Well, you've been there. You know what it takes. Thanks, Steph.
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching. And let's reveal our player of the game, Stephen Curry.
State Warriors have a battle ahead. Can they even the series at 2 games apiece? They know they can win, and now must rise to the occasion with millions of fans looking on as they square off against the Boston Celtics. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
It's Game 4 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Glad you can join us today. Our game tonight featuring the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Boston Celtics. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. Horford and Porzingis are manning the post position. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Butler out there with Draymond Green, and it's Payton in at the small forward. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Take a look at the Warriors. Greg, no doubt, this is a defining moment for them, trying to even things up after 4 games. But if they lose this one, they'll be facing elimination on the road, and that would be dire.
Yeah, and that's why I expect tonight's crowd to be out of its collective mind. The fans in this city love this team. They feel a very close bond with these players. They're the 6th man and has to provide that energy if this series is to be knotted up.
I think you've nailed it. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. Now, we talked about the difficulty of trying to contain a player like Jaylen Brown. Coach said you can't let him gain confidence and feel like he can do whatever he wants. That's when you get into trouble. Now it's up to the players to make sure this doesn't happen. Guys?
Thanks, David. Green left side. Trying to find Podziemski. Gets it to him. Payton kicks to Curry. 5 to shoot. Over Holiday. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Well, certain guys are so lethal in the mid-range, you almost want them to take it. Stephen Curry, one of those guys.
On the wing, Holiday. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Warriors have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Curry. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Steph Curry has the unique ability to navigate his way into the lane and score against quality defense. Love watching this guy.
So it's Boston now, ready to bounce back from Wednesday's loss.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Curry against Holiday. Stephen Curry again. Curry's got his third basket of the night right there. Celtics have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. A wide open look here for Holiday. That 3 off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Over Horford. Curry can't get it to go.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Brown with it. Now Payton defending. And it's Brown missing. The Warriors trail. Podziemski with it. Curry on the wing. From deep. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Brown. And off the drive. And in it goes.
Sweet little mid-range from Jaylen Brown. That 3-level scoring coming into play.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. He's checked in for Stephen Curry. The Celtics also changing it up. Hauser's checked in, and it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday. Warriors trail by 3. Pass to Podziemski. A minute 50 left to play here in the first. White with the defensive effort. For Boston, they've gone 50% from the field at this point, 4 of 8. Hauser misses. The Warriors shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Celtics leading by 3. Wide open, he fired. Green with the rebound.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And it's blocked by Brown.
Such a pesky defender. Jaylen Brown, right place, right time.
Brown jams it in.
This guy, one of the most elite athletes in the game. Jaylen Brown finishes beautifully.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. A nice shot by Moody.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
.54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now Brown. Pass to White. Here's Pritchard. Celtics passing it around. And Brown throws it down hard.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown off his feet in a hurry.
Now here's Butler. He's guarded closer. And he lays it straight in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Now here is Horford. White inside, defended by Moody. They set the pick. There's the triple. Jimmy Butler pulls it in. Green inside. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Celtics lead by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Porzingis, and it's Shireman in at the shooting guard position. Here's Pritchard. Nothing on the board. That's to Hauser. That's the free fly. Traps in the tray.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. The Warriors shooting at 50% in a decent group. Here's Curry. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Outside Holiday. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Drills it from outside.
Boy, how fast is Stephen Curry's release on the catch. Wow.
Pass to Pritchard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors leading by 3. Great, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And here's Holiday.
Because of his range, Holiday can be a terror on the interior. Boy, you can't avoid the contact there.
The Celtics shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. 1 for 2. And that one misses.
What you love about Drew Holiday is this understated toughness. You know he's going to give you great effort and intensity nightly.
Draymond Green has checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski's coming in for Heel. Derek White's checked in for the Celtics. Got that one up quick. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from White.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White, rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Curry can't get it to go. Celtics have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Holiday. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Holiday's got 5 now.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Curry crashes inside.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Outside, Porzingis to the middle. And Cornet gets it to go.
Well, Porzingis does a nice job looking for the window to make his teammate better. Pretty pass.
Holiday against Curry. No good with the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Right the pass to Holiday. They set the screen. A 3. Kept alive. Here's Hauser. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. They trail by 1. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
You know what never ceases to amaze me is Steph Curry's ability to contort his body, draw the contact, get the call, and still find a way to make the shot.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
People say the mid-range shot is dying, but so far in this one, that has not been the case for this team.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
The Celtics have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Double team on Holiday. Pass to Craig. Sinks the triple. Craig's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, unselfish basketball from Drew Holiday. What else would we expect?
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Checked in, and the Celtics also making a change. Hauser's checked in. Here's Butler into the lane. Oh, there's Butler driving in.
Jimmy Butler slashing through the defense, determined to get to the cup.
Pass to Hauser. Jacks up a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Outside, Green. It's hauled in by Cornet. Boston trailing. White the pass to Hauser. Out to White for the 3. Jimmy Butler with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Green, no luck.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
The Warriors have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Tatum the bounce pass. Kuminga finds Podziemski. And the Warriors miss again.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Yeah, easy call.
The Celtics shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Here's Podziemski. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Boston Celtics.
They better be grateful for their bench. The reserves are showing up in a big way.
The others you always talk about, big fella, taking some pressure off the starters here. Looking at the series breakdown for the Warriors. I'll get straight to it, Kenny. Is this a must-win game for them?
They might not want to admit it, Ernie, but this is a must-win game. I look at this team and I think if they drop this one, it's going to get into their heads and they're not coming back.
Stop it, Kenny. It's not over yet. They know how to respond when their backs are against the walls.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out, huh? And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. Curry has been sensational.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. They lead by one. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Gary Payton II is out there with Butler. And it's Green in at the 5. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Holiday with the 3. Connects from three-point range. Holiday's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Celtics. The Warriors shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Here's Curry. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Nice move. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Here's Golden State. Tatum the bounce pass. Podziemski finds Curry. Curry. Oh, the concentration.
Curry understands how to take a hit, prepares for it, and makes the necessary adjustments.
Here's Holiday, and Holiday throws it down.
from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Here's Curry, and the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Inside, here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
What a player Jaylen Brown has become. My goodness.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the hand. And the dunk by Horford.
What a pleasure to watch Al Horford go to work. Does all the right things, and that time gets an easy dunk.
Curry attacking. Curry, terrific play, doing it off the drive.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Holiday gets the bucket.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Curry against Holiday from 13. It's hauled in by Porzingis. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And Holiday kicks to White. Pass to Brown. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Golden State. Boston also with the sub. Pritchard. He's checked in for Drew Holiday. Over to the left wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. And Horford wide open. He shoots. His 3-pointers off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot block threat. Al Horford twice on the fight.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it. And I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Porzingis inside, defended by Butler. Nice shot by Porzingis.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Curry, and he drops it in from the low post. Curry's got 12 points in just the second half.
It would be easy to take for granted the greatness we see every time Stephen Curry hits the floor. Another special performance right now.
The Warriors have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Curry making it look so easy. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail.
Horford from outside. Warriors with the rebound. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
On its way from Curry for 2. The rebound by the Celtics. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Pritchard. Hits it from 3-point range. Pritchard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Curry on the wing. He has 35. Basket good.
Very difficult to keep the ball out of Stephen Curry's hands because of all his movement. He can shoot from anywhere, and right now the defense has no answer.
White, good.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket. And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball. The basketball.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. Back to the action in just a minute. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Get there. The ball's moving. Looks more like us, all right?
Good to great. We're getting some decent ones. Let's get some great shots now.
Well, preaching how important it is, Greg, to take quality shots.
I mean, he doesn't want to settle for average shots. He wants his team to get in the habit of taking great shots.
And we're with you again as our round one coverage continues. And a look at the five for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. We've got Holiday, and it's Hauser in at the four-man position. White goes in, and Moody pulls it down. The Warriors shooting 56. % in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. To the inside, Holiday. Lee Baz was put in just the right spot. Holiday's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Curry, and he makes that one. Curry's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
You see the instincts of Curry on the interior. Defenders might be lurking. This guy too good.
Here's Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
From downtown, sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got 46 points.
Challenging this team with the three ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away.
It's time for next man. If you see yourself on the big screen, you know what to do. Bust it through. We have an answer. From the screen.
The Celtics making a switch here. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. Told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. See how it looks coming out of the timeout, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. 5 on the clock. Back to White. Warriors with the rebound.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Shot by Pajemski, no good.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
The shot by Curry, no good. Austin's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And finished off by Horford.
This guy is always poised, always ready to deliver. Doesn't matter how tense the game is.
Outside Curry.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Chalk up 2 there. Curry's got 48.
One of the best ever at embracing big moments. Step up to the challenge.
A minute 50 left to play in the final quarter. There's Brown with the 3. Rebound by Butler.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness. 50 for the 8.
Yep, he is putting on a show. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Brown. Brown jams it in.
You can tell Jaylen Brown embraces these kinds of moments. Big-time bucket.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam King. Good, that's another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Here's Brown, and it's Boston with another.
Well, if you're going to be a franchise guy, you've got to want the ball in these clutch moments. Jaylen Brown doing work.
Holiday against Curry. 59 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout.
Here they come, the GS Breakers.
Physical Jaylen Brown is. This guy is not afraid to draw contact.
Personal foul. Team foul. At the line for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown. 2 shots.
The first one, and that brings them within 2 here. And Brown drops them both.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Here's Curry. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Holiday. Another shot. Right the pass to Porzingis. The Celtics working the ball around now.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Nobody you want taking that shot more than Steph Curry. What a pressure player.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
Here we go. Make some noise for your Warriors. 16.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
Ice water in his veins, guys, to give them the lead. He's the one shooting that technical for that very reason.
20 seconds left in the fourth. Outside Holiday. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
Seven seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Baseline try. It's off. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. And now they're sitting on a commanding 3-1 lead. They grabbed this series by the throat, Greg.
And I don't think they're going to let it go. You can see the determination they had tonight. They don't want to drag this series out. They want to get this thing over with.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on the break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat them down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.
Season winding down here, Grant. Playoff seedings of the utmost importance.
You know, BA, you especially see the bubble teams giving that extra effort now. It's all hands on deck. Very little room for error.
Taking a look at the Celtics. It's Tatum at the 4 with Horford at the 5. Then it's Derek White, and it's Walsh in at the 3. Here's Collier. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Markkanen outside. There's the triple. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
Well, Markkanen keeps the defense off balance with the quick trigger.
The 15-footer. And the shot is good off the backboard. Primetime's got his third basket on the night right there.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. Here's Primetime. His last outing, he had 18 points.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Markkanen from long range. Boston pulls it in.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Here's Walsh. A quick shot there. It's off target. Jazz leading by 3. Going inside. That's good from Collier on the assist by Sexton. Collier's got 7 points in the game.
Nice pass by Sexton there. I like when he looks to set up his teammates.
Prime time. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Boston shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
2 shots.
That one misses. And the Celtics making a change here. That one's no good. Cornette passes to Tatum. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. Prime time. Can't get it to go. And that does it for the first quarter. Utah ahead. They're up by 5. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. Man, what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
On the floor for Boston, they've got Luke Cornette, Drew Holiday out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Craig in at the four. Checked in for John Collins. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Outside Holiday. Pass to Primetime. Pulls it from 20. The rebound by Filipowski.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Will stand since trading Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in 2022. The Utah Jazz have done some reshaping of their roster.
Yeah, and Brian, it's clear that they're not done. The tinkering continues. They're going to continue to move pieces around until they find what they think can become a championship contending team. Yeah, look, you're not going to outwork Holiday. He's going to grind out rebounds, buckets, all the little things.
And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Filipowski. A different look here for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Hendricks. And Sexton subbed in for Sensabaugh. Walsh is checked in for Boston. White comes in for Holiday. The Celtics with the lead. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Primetime passes to Tatum. Tries to break his ice. And Primetime gets it to go. Primetime's got 10 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Pass to Clarkson. To the inside. George's shot is good. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close range look.
White, the pass to Primetime. Top of the key. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots. Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Tatum, a screen on Sexton. Here's Primetime. He's covered by Clarkson. 4 on the clock. Here's Primetime. Utah grabs the miss. Filipowski's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
The Celtics have gotten 8 of 12 attempts to drop since the beginning of the second. Primetime. And he makes it. He's got 12.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Jazz trail by 3. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Timeout called, the Jazz. Holiday's checked in for Boston. And well into March, it's a great time to look at our latest Rookie of the Year list. These guys have been a joy to watch. What a fantastic injection of talent into the NBA. He's shown us throughout the course of this season that he's at the top of his rookie class, so it's no surprise to see him in the top spot.
And there's no doubt he's the top contender. I'll be shocked if he's not lifting the Rookie of the Year trophy later on.
Yeah, a rookie year can be unpredictable, but he's consistently stood out from the crowd.
And prime time gets it to go.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Here's Collier. And scores off the crossover. Collier's got 9.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's prime time. He's got 14. That one off the back iron and out. Outside Sexton. Markkanen for 3. Markkanen sticks one from distance.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from. They're thinking about the shot. Nice cross. All good. Give it up for the participants.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And looking at the Trailblazers matchup, this looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few key plays.
And if that's the case, we'll see who has the better closers tonight. Let's shift focus back to the Utah Jazz, who find little separation after one half of play.
I hate what they're doing on defense. Giving up too many gimmies, it makes me mad just watching it.
And I've seen you on the golf course and the hardwood, Jack. Gimmies are the only shots you make.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? And don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. Look, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster, Coach?
0. Undefeated, Brian, undefeated.
Collins and Kessler there in the middle. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. And it's Collier in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
That's right, it's all good.
left this year. Let's see what the playoff race looks like in the East. You take a look at the Celtics, and after a subpar season, there have been some questions about the direction of this franchise.
You know, for the Celtics, this year hasn't worked out for them at all. They were being talked about as a title contender in the preseason.
I agree, guys. I thought they'd be a lot better. Sometimes you can have disappointing years like this, though, and they're not a lot of fun to be a part of.
Never bashful about showcasing his athleticism, Sexton can really get up and finish.
Boston trailing. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And remember, despite a great start to his career, Colin Sexton was traded after his fourth year, Coach.
Yeah, well, Brian, seems like everybody gets traded at some point now, and Sexton has responded well to that deal. He understands it's not personal, it's a business. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's done.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, too. The team that traded you, there's also a team that wanted you in trade.
So true. Well, you know, Sexton is the definition of a spark plug. He's a high-energy, high-paced player and is terrific at creating scoring opportunities for himself. Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Prime time, can't get it to go.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors, starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
That's good from Collier on the assist by Sexton. Sexton's got his 4th assist in this one. Celtics trail by 7. Here's primetime. 14 points for him. And there it is for him. And it's been tough going for their half-court offense.
Yeah, this defense is in their heads, anticipating their every move.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Pass to Collins. Here's Markkanen. Nice touch inside there from Markkanen.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
Here's primetime. He's got 19. Here's Tatum. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
Well, you know, there's still some value in the mid-range jumper, especially when it's Jason Tatum taking the shot.
The 3 from Sexton. Horford pulls it in.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
White, the pass to Horford. Here's primetime. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists now tonight. Utah leading. Here's Collier. Again, Utah.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Boston's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. From 17. Prime time. Can't get it to go.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
And there's the foul. It's on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. .149 left in the third quarter of the game. Holiday against Clarkson. Here's primetime. Again, the miss by Boston.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
George passes to Collins. Here's Kessler. A shot from the low post is good. And now a 5-point Utah lead.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
Here's primetime. He's He's off on the layup.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Inside, here's Kessler, and finished off by Kessler.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
White against Markkanen. Clarkson for three. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Horford. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
A different look for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. Hendricks comes in for Collins. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Lauri Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. George outside. Pass to Sensabaugh.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Utah shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
Sensabaugh. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. To win the cold spell. Good! Without a second to spare.
Oh, you gotta have some real nerves to hit that shot.
What poise, what focus. That's an impressive shot.
Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Utah ahead, up by 7. All right, we're going to step aside. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Drew Holiday out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Torrey Craig. Then there's Luke Cornett. And it's Tatum in at the small forward position.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Out and run them off the 3.
And also, guys, great job hitting their free throws tonight, too. Taking advantage of those freebies makes a huge difference.
And during his rookie year, Keontae George started about half of his games, running the point most of the time. That experience will pay off for him.
George hits them both. The 16th pick in last year's draft, Keontae George was thrown right into the fire his rookie season, Stan.
Yeah, down the stretch, he was basically handed the keys to the offense at the point guard position. He may take some lumps, but his talent level is evident. I'll tell you, not many players are better at forcing a defender to foul than Tatum.
Maybe the results haven't been there in recent seasons, but the Jazz have an exciting young core, Coach.
Yeah, they do, B.A. They've focused on youth, and some of those guys are developing into very good players. If this core stays in place and gels and they can add to it a little bit, watch out for this Jazz team.
He's off on the first.
Well, there's no question that Tatum is one of the best scorers in the game today. And because he was so good at such a young age, it's easy to forget how young he still is.
And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time.
That's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
Clarkson passes to George. Here's Sensabaugh. George, a screen on Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Sensabaugh on target from range. And the Jazz lead by 12.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Cornette can't hit. And for Utah, they're shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Kicks it to George. 4-3. The rebound, Celtics.
Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
Pass to Pritchard. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Craig finds Tatum. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. A line change here for Utah. Jazz leading by 12. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
Al Horford's checked in for Cornette. Walsh comes in for Drew Holiday. And it's White in for Pritchard. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that break, the coach of the Jazz had some words for his team. He kept it real with his team, telling them, I know you feel good about this lead, but let's not get lazy. Let's not act like this is a sure thing all of a sudden. Looking to keep their focus on the task at hand. Brian?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
At the line for the Jazz, Lauri Markkanen. Shooting 1.
Well, Coach Lauri Markkanen, it's been an interesting study to watch his game continue to improve every year.
Yeah, it certainly has, Brian. You know, he was a complimentary player for quite a while, and then finally has developed into a primary offensive threat, and he has thrived.
He buries it from 3.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Celtics trail by 16. Here's prime time. And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time.
After just one turnover in the first half, he just keeps giving it away here in the second. You cannot keep making these careless mistakes.
Here's Collier. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Al Horford.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim. And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Boston's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And prime time gets it to go.
Yeah, and guys, when White's got the ball in his hands, you can count on him to make the right decision with it.
Pass to Markkanen on the wing, Sexton. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Back to Collins, and there's a defensive 3-second call. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, He doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
And the technical free throw is good.
Just so many things Markkanen can do to help your team on both sides.
And finished off by Kessler.
Well, it doesn't take much for Kessler to catch that lob and slam dunk.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Primetime passes to Tatum. Here's Primetime. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Collier. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Pass to Collins. To the paint. Here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, what I love about Walker Kessler, he's a 7-footer who plays like a 7-footer.
Here's Primetime. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Jazz.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And I'm sure they're happy to get even for what happened the last time these teams met.
And what a huge performance it was for Isaiah Collier.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight, flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends. Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door off.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cornette's checked in for Horford. Craig comes in for Jason Tatum. Drew Holiday's checked in for Walsh. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. Clarkson for 3. Can't hit that one. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Primetime. Can they get it? And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
George outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. George outside. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You bet.
Chin up. Tomorrow's a new day. It's okay. They wanted it more. Man, y'all better win tonight, or some of us might need new jobs. Time to change it up. Get your mojo back.
What's good, MP?
Good, man.
Live, bro. I watch you. You got a mean bag. Keep going, bro.
That's big time coming from you, man. I study your game.
I appreciate that. But remember, nothing in this league is given to you. You got to earn it. Trust me. I'm speaking from experience. Take your time.
All right, man. Well, look, I want to get that jersey from you after the game. What's up with that?
I'm going to have to tell you, you got to earn it, man. Oh, so you like to talk. Let's make some shake then.
You already know.
All right.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And as always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sideline. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Tatum and Horford man the post position. Prime time is out there with Derek White. And it's Walsh in at the small forward position. And for the Trailblazers, the guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Avdia is out there with Klingon. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
And Portland starts out with the ball. White against Sharp. Klingon, the screen for Sharp. Klingon, the rebound by the Celtics. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, I just didn't see any fire from them to want to get it back. That's just one of those games you throw away in the trash and try and forget about it.
It's time for T-shirts. For your Blazer dancers.
Tatum passes to Walsh. Back to Tatum. Horford with a screen on Avdia. Tatum no good.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes. And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
And here are the Trailblazers now. After the miss from Cruz. Klingon, and it's Klingon with the jam.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Klingon looks to slam that one down whenever he gets a chance.
Horford's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those. Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Here's Cruz, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Henderson outside. And the three off target. The Celtics have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Tatum passes to Cruz. Shoots over Henderson. And again, it's Boston converting.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. He had a nice open look right there.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said, I told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls, and try to get a hand in his face. Now, that's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. And there's Klingon. That's good on the assist by Abdia. Klingon's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, good luck against Klingon in close. That's where he makes his money.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Your Blazers president is here to hype you up. Just a month, man.
Grant is checked in for Portland. Boston also with the sub. Holiday's checked in. Celtics trail by 5. It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard's heir apparent, did it, Greg?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
Now here's Tatum, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Portland leading by 5. Avdia with it. Pass to Sharp for 3. Back to Avdia. Grant against Holiday. A second chance effort. The rebound by Holiday.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
It's dance time in Portland. Here are your Blazer dancers.
he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Delano Banton comes in for Henderson. And then for Boston, Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Horford. Torrey Craig comes in for Tatum. And it's Pritchard in for primetime. Celtics trail by 5. Outside Holiday. 1:22 left to play in the first quarter. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Grant on the wing. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And, Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple years. Grant's done it all.
And Portland making a change here. Banton's checked in.
Number 5, Delano Banton.
Now here's White. Still yet to score. Just 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Holiday. Another miss by Holiday.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Avdia, the pass to Banton. Out to the wing. Here's Kamara. Trains the three-pointer.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Holiday, the pass to White. There's a screen. Trying to end the drought. And he's good on the three ball.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And it's Sharp missing. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played.
Substitution on the court.
Need to make something happen. Let's go. I got you, Coach.
Celtics trail by 14. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Avdia is out there with Grant. And it's swinging in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And you hear Richard about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim. But that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
He's off on the first.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And Portland making a change here. Kamara is checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Walsh is checked in. Second free throw, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, prime time in the last game against the Jazz was a man on a mission. He ended up with 26 points and capitalized from the perimeter, making a few threes. The opposition couldn't stop him all night. He certainly had them figured out on the offensive end. See if he can do it again. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
I completely agree. They should go to him early. If he gets hot, I think another big game is coming.
Here's prime time. 26 points for him last game against Utah.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Henderson, no good.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Here's prime time. Henderson defending. Here's Cruz. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
And that one's good by Henderson.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's prime time. He's got 6. The high post shot. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Really thought he had this one. And the defense, they were giving it to him.
Here's Sharp. White with the defensive effort. Here's prime time. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Fires from way outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Jeremy Grant, he is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Trailblazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Lindsay road trip ahead, but that's a challenge they can rise to. Chance to prove their grit.
Yeah, the road can bring opportunity. Doesn't have to be an obstacle.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Trailblazers. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Jeremy Grant, what a contribution.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
On the court right now for the Celtics, Tatum and Horford man the post positions. Derek White is out there at prime time, and it's Walsh in at the small forward.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Here's Cruz. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. Primetime's got 8.
Oh, and look at what this fella can do. Beautiful.
And so Henderson will bring it up for the Trailblazers. It's an 18-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. The Celtics shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end.
Right there!
Here's primetime. Henderson defending. Here's Cruz. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And then Henderson with the jam.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And now look at Jason Tatum here. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. Getting around 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
And he's willing to take on the scoring load. And look, he is more than capable of delivering.
Pass to Klingon, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Trailblazers shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Greg, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Here's primetime. He's got 10. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Denny Avdia.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
It's Henderson on the wing. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Henderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's primetime. And the layup falls.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Pass to Klingon. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And then Henderson with the dunk.
And how about the awareness by Klingon, a big man who can sense when one of his teammates is open.
Boy, Greg, it seems like the big men have returned. And Donovan Klingon is one of them.
Yes, he is 7'2" with a wingspan to match, the capability to dominate the paint, and his impact is felt at both ends of the court.
Henderson, no one around him, and a miss there on the triple. Celtics trail by 19. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Guarding Tatum is just a major problem.
The Celtics shoot their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor.
Checked in for Portland. Cruz, he's checked in for the Celtics. And we've made our way through just over 1.5 minutes in this 4th quarter. Big shot on the way. And Klingon pulls it down.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Klingon is out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Kamare into the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Pulls it up. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Open shot, Henderson, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Outside, Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But great, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Celtics making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Here's Cruz. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Inside, here's Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
Just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
Cruz the pass to White. Tatum with the screen on Sharp. Here's Cruz. Avdia with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 23. Pass to Klingon. And here's Avdia. Trying to find Henderson. Gets it to him.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Portland.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Donovan Klingon.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
But drive by Henderson. And Henderson throws it down hard.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Walsh can't get it to go. And here's Portland. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Pass to Kamare, to the middle, Henderson. And again, it's Portland converted.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Substitution on the court.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Grant gets a wide open look. Portland no good that time either. Here's Pritchard. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Okay. You got me on that one, but yo, can we still swap? What's up?
Nah, man, ain't no handouts. Let me next time, though, man.
All right, don't worry, I'll be back.
Yep.
All right.
We can get that one back next time.